Good evening. My name is Josh Randolph. I'm the chaplain here at Randolph-Macon Academy. And as we begin our night here, class night, I invite you to join me in a word of prayer. Holy God, we gather this evening full of excitement and anticipation as the end of the school year draws near and as graduation draws even closer. We come to you this evening grateful for all of your many blessings and provisions this school year. You have blessed us with a wonderful school that gives you honor and glory as we seek to be a city on a hill. You have blessed us with our families that have allowed us to receive this gift of education. You have blessed us with teachers, mentors, and coaches that have guided our students along their journey. You have blessed us with the ability to learn and to grow that we might be used by you and be used for your glory. Oh God, you also provided for us when we thought about giving up. You provided for us when we went through difficult times. You provided for us when we didn't even know that we needed your grace. You provided for us with friends and people that were there to help see us through. God, tonight as we gather together, we ask that you bless our time as we recognize students who have put forth their best efforts to bring you, this school, and their families glory tonight. Most importantly, God, we ask that you bless the class of 2018 for their hard work and their accomplishments. We know that you have great plans in store for each of them. God, we are thankful for using the many gifts and abilities that you gave them and multiplying them through this education here at Randolph-Macon Academy so they might go forth and be able to do great things to bring you honor and glory. God, we're thankful for the ways that this class has exhibited the meaning of the power of rise as they have risen to new heights. And we pray as they prepare to soar from this place that they would do so knowing that they have a community here that loves them and supports them. And we pray the best for them as we gather this evening to celebrate accomplishments. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, parents, esteemed faculty, and the class of 2018. My name is Ricky Garuba, and I'm the class president, and I would like to formally welcome you all to our class night and beginning of graduation weekend. I can't believe we're finally here. Before we begin, I would like to formally congratulate the seniors for making it this far, and for the underclassmen, you still have time to raise your grades and make things better. Enjoy your time in high school and hang in there. It'll fly by faster than you think. Thank you all for joining us.
Good evening. My name is Tess Hegedus, and I'm the new academic dean here at Randolph-Macon Academy. And I'm quickly learning that there are rich traditions here, heritage of customs, and the following 3 days signify the best of those traditions. Tonight we'll recognize the best among us for academic achievement. To begin, we'll start with scholarships. Would Captain Antoine Fresh please come forward to present the Army ROTC scholarships? The recipients are Grayson Gallion with $62,300 scholarship. Congratulations, Grayson. The next recipient is Kathleen Fetzer with a scholarship of $300,000. Merchant Marine valued at $400,000. The recipient is Ian Whalen. Would Colonel John Casarino please come forward to present the United States Air Force appointment certificates to our Falcon Scholars, valued at $400,000 each. The recipients are James Chase, Jack Genatino, Shanna Hoven, Parker Mascarenas, James Miranda, William Mitchell, and Alfred Shuford. Thank you, Colonel Casarino. Next are our athletic awards. The next 5 awards are sponsored by the Alumni Association. First is the Pat Spears Award. Would Robert Bo Snitchler, Alumni Association Board Member, and Coach Sullivan please come forward. Awarded annually to an underclassman and senior for outstanding achievement in track running in the junior and senior mile, this year's award recipients are Kieran Virgin, and for the senior mile, Alexander Feckes. Awarded to an underclassman who has shown the most improvement in track. The recipient is James Ross. the Football Sportsmanship Award, presented to a senior on the varsity football team that best exemplifies the qualities of sportsmanship by always giving their best and graciously accepting the results of each and every play. The Fall Football Sportsman Award goes to Connor Blow. It is presented to a student who best exemplifies the qualities of sportsmanship. This athlete is someone that puts team above self and can always be counted on to do their best, whether in the athletic venue or in the classroom. The Outstanding Sportsman Award goes to Ryan Latham. Next is the C. Lyle McFall Coach of the Year Award. A significant factor in the success and sportsmanship of an athletic team is the contribution made by the coach. By vote of the school's coaches, this year's recipient is Chris Peter. Thank you, Mr. Snitchler. The next award is Randolph-Macon Academy's Scholar Athlete Award, would be presented by Coach Sullivan. This award is presented to honor academic and athletic excellence. The recipients are Anastasia Chiname, and Ryan Latham. We're going to keep Mr. Sullivan up here a little bit longer. The next award is the Randolph-Macon Academy Distinguished Athlete Award. This award is presented to an athlete with never say die attitude. This recipient is Reagan Grove. You have to stay a little bit longer, Coach Sullivan. The next award is the Athlete of the Year. A team is made up of players who each make a contribution to the whole, giving of their skills, making of most of their ability, perseverance, dedication, work, sacrifice, reliability, and sportsmanship. Each year we honor the Athlete of the Year, and by vote of the coaches, the recipient is Kimmy Pitts. Thank you, Coach Sullivan. Next, we have our military awards. The Cadet in the Arena Leadership Award. Would Colonel Link please come forward to present the award? The plaque is engraved with a quotation from President Theodore Roosevelt, which says, "It is not the critic that counts, nor the person who points out how strong the person stumbled, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the person who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood, who strives valiantly, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, and spends himself in a worthy cause, who at his best knows the triumph of high achievement, and who at his worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. This year's recipients are Tejur Gadsden, and Victoria Bellum. Colonel Link is also going to present the James M. Millis Award. The James M. Millis Military Excellence Award is presented to a cadet officer who throughout the academic year has consistently exemplified the personal characteristics of Lieutenant Colonel James M. Millis, a former Randolph-Macon Academy faculty member. These include leadership, positive attitude, integrity, loyalty, and perseverance. This year's recipient is Max Berman.
Oh, yeah.
The next award that Colonel Link will present is the Commandant's Award. The Commandant's Military Excellence Award is presented to a cadet officer who throughout the academic year has demonstrated the characteristics of leadership, integrity, and loyalty, and has shown exceptional military bearing and appearance, and exemplary execution of all assigned duties and responsibilities within the Cadet Corps and Randolph-Macon Academy. This year's recipient is Grayson Galliano. Thank you, Colonel Lincoln. Next, we have our music awards. The first award is the Herbert Gray Wyatt Medal for band. Presenting will be Mr. Richards. Awarded to a senior bandsman who has shown outstanding leadership within the marching and concert band and the band squadron. The medal is presented in memory of Major Herbert Gray Wyatt, band director of RMA from 1947 to 1962. Major Wyatt devoted virtually his entire career to RMA and its cadets. This year's recipient is Ryan Latham. Ask Mr. Richards to remain. Next, for the Outstanding Instrumental Musician Medals. Awarded to a bandsman who in the course of the school year has shown outstanding qualities of musicianship through both individual effort and through performance in the RMA band. This year's recipients are Jacob Gelly, Ethan Mayo, and Yuan Wang. Next is the John Philip Sousa Band Award. The Sousa Award recognizes outstanding dedication and superior musicianship and is a nationwide symbol of excellence in musical achievement. This year's recipient is David Chen. Thank you, Mr. Richards. Next award is the Outstanding Choral Musician Medals, presented by Mr. D'Amato. Awarded to chorus students who during the school year have shown outstanding qualities of musicianship, both through individual effort and through performance in the RMA chorus. The recipients are Jillian Rydell, and Fangza Wang.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say. We don't want your broken parts.
I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say. No one will love you as you are.
But I won't let them break me down to dust.
I know that there's a place for us.
For we are glorious.
When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, gonna send a flood, gonna drown 'em out.
Wow, they're good. Thank you, ladies. Next up, we're going to be presenting the Semper Fidelis Award. This will be presented by Sergeant Justin L. Kreisig. This award recognizes diligence, dedication, and musical excellence as performing high school bandsman and soloist. This year's recipient is Kathleen Fetzer. Next, we have our Academic Department Awards. First up is the Yearbook Editor Award. Would Ms. Stanford please come forward? This award is being presented to the student who has served as Chief Editor of the 2018 Randolph-Macon Academy's yearbook. This student has exhibited passion, drive, and dedication to the Academy, contributing to the success of the journalism program and the production of a successful yearbook. The award recipient is Hea Alcazazi. And thank you, Ms. Sanford, for all of your good work on the yearbook. The National Honor Society certificates are next. Presenting will be Mr. Sloan. We would like to honor and recognize our NHS officers for upholding the ideals of the National Honor Society by demonstrating excellence in knowledge, character, leadership, and service in presenting the National Honor Society and the Academy. The recipients are our President, Ryan Latham. Our Community Service Officer, Victoria Bello. Our Parliamentarian, Shuai Gu. Our NHS Secretary, Sarah Vaughn. And our NHS Treasurer, Hanyu Luo. Thank you, Mr. Sloan. It is now my honor to introduce this year's salutatorian, Ryan Latham. Ryan is a worn many hats during his time here at RMA. His resume boasts a history of academic excellence, leadership positions in nearly every arena. Look at his chest and all the medals he has. To include high-ranking positions in academic honor societies, president list status, deputy group commander, band commander, and drum major appointments. He also has a varsity athlete in status in soccer and tennis. Please know this brief list only scratches the surface of this young man's accomplishments. Needless to say, Ryan is an all-around great representative of what we hope our students to become and achieve at Randolph-Macon Academy. Please help me in welcoming this year's salutatorian, Ryan Latham.
Good evening, friends, family, distinguished guests, and most of all, the class of 2018. I'm honored to have the privilege tonight of being second best. Congrats to tomorrow's valedictorian. With that comes the responsibility of writing a better speech, because what I've always heard is that the salutatorian speech is better. So let's hope I've done enough to impress you. Then again, given this is an event in the chapel, most of you should be lowering your heads and pretending not to drift off to sleep. But since you all seem interested, I'll give it the old college try. Let me begin by congratulating the class of 2018 on almost making. And with hours being counted instead of days, doing the most math they've done all year. The end is bittersweet for me. On one hand, I'm venturing off bravely to the rest of my life at UEA and beyond. On the other, I'm leaving RMA, which has really become my second home. When other people say RMA life, they mean the old RMA website or their email. When I say it, I mean my life. Being here, basically since birth, has given me a great attachment to this place. I have been here practically my entire life, and even pretended to march like the drum major for the band, maybe 10 years before I became freshman drum major, and realized my dream. Coming to RMA, I still had no idea what it would actually be like, that I needed to get a haircut and wear an AFJ or OTC uniform. I was nervous about making new friends and fitting in, and wondered what military school would be like. I thought it would be okay, but had a lingering image of movie or TV depictions of military school. Boy, was I wrong. RMA was not just okay, but fantastic. I made friends, enjoyed my classes, and really absorbed everything around me. I began to take up the opportunities around me and really came out of my shell. Now looking back on all I've achieved, I realized that I would not have accomplished those achievements or even be standing before you today without the close-knit community here at RMA and the support of my family, faculty, and friends. Looking back, I see the path of our class was not easy. We toiled through the dreary winters where no one wants to get anything done, grades fail, and tensions rise. With the feeling that the year will never come to an end, that goal of making it to May seemed insurmountable, yet we pressed on. This speaks to the drive within us, which pushed us to new heights, let us grow within, and let us rise to the challenge of leadership. Our cadre turned the culture of the school around, from an about face to a full sprint. Never before were cadre saluted. Never before did we step off correctly without taking half steps at the beginning. And never before did we lead through, not through the threat of punishment, but through encouragement. With all this, we pushed through change. New advisors and faculty gave us a different way of doing things that were unfamiliar to us, yet we adapted. The Honor Code gave us culture shock, but again, we adapted. We have grown the National Honor Society in number and made sure we improved upon our staple events as well as bringing new ones. Before our class, International Day did not exist, and now, through the work in combination with the NHS and International Club, it's bigger than ever before. We embraced our cultures and what made each of us different, including food, performances, and fashion. I always look forward to the jollof rice from Nigeria. I was even lucky enough to get some Chinese food before it disappeared this year. I have to say, International Day is my favorite part of the year. It always amazes me the amount of diversity I see in a room at RMA, with everyone smiling and having a good time. The event is amazing, but I must say the impact is even more important. We have raised thousands of dollars for UNICEF through International Day, the NHS International Club, CIA, and French Honor Society have been raising money throughout the year as well. Our class has been motivated to fund change. We have gone out in our local community twice this year for our community service days and have done amazing work, but the scope is much larger. The funds we raise impact people globally and make change in our world. I'd like to shout out first to my day ones, and by that, I mean the lifers. Even if we aren't as close now, we all share a common bond that's kept us together as we had each other's backs. Michael and Dylan, I remember the first day when we sat together at lunch and our many times playing Call of Duty, Nerf, or Airsoft at sleepovers while yelling and laughing like crazy. Kate, my SCA co-president, we ran that middle school and made it the best year I've had down there. Your ideas and drive were amazing, and I'll always remember those days of getting Mr. Lazier to let us wear civilian clothes as a fundraiser. Mimi, having you on the middle school SCA, junior bank, or John, Ryan, Bailey, Angel, Naomi, Kate, it stands for, was awesome. And working with you in Sloan's class this year has been amazing. You're a valuable part of our team and cranked out reports and that anthem like crazy. Sarah, we have been good friends over the years. You make me laugh with your funny or sarcastic comments, and you were an awesome teammate in soccer in the middle school, and you killed it on varsity at the upper school. Kimmy, I always enjoy talking with you, and having classes with you has always been a joy. You speak your mind, and I respect that a lot. Samuel, Squidward. You may have come with the semester, but I'm happy to include you in this group. You have been one of my closest friends throughout the years, as we argued in the middle school, and after I proved you wrong, you insisted that that's actually what you had said, and that I was wrong. Alenda, you may have missed 7th grade, but I'll forgive you, because you're going to UVA with me next year. And if I knew how bad my attempt at a mustache would have been in 7th grade, I would have run too. We have been here for 7 whole years and have seen the whole school change around us. We were one of the first classes to wear Nike Torch floors in the middle school instead of brown dress shoes. And the only ones who knew who Mr. Lampton was. We all took McManus math class and then marched for Colonel McManus a couple years later. We were one of the last to play basketball for Mr. Curl, and we dropped for push-ups or set running tours. Thank you to all of my teachers and the faculty and staff that have supported me throughout my time here. I'll have to start way back with this list, so bear with me. Thank you, Ms. McManus, for teaching me algebra and being so supportive of all us in the middle school. Thank you to Mr. Curl for teaching me grammar with Holtz and LNSSP as your preferred torture methods. But also, teaching me to give it my all and be aggressive on the basketball court, even if that aggressiveness was from the bench. Thank you to Mr. Davies for teaching me not to skip the reading, Ms. Schoonover for teaching me to argue, and Mr. Sloan for teaching me how to write, and write, and write. Thank you to Mr. Barr for teaching me math in a way that I could understand and apply for 4 whole years. You must be tired of me at this point, but I don't think I will ever get tired of your antics, which kept me awake and made me laugh in the middle of any particularly long lecture. I'll never forget the day that Ben put a frog on your head, or the days that you chased Haru around the room holding a fake bug, or even a real bug. No one knowing that question when you asked me, and being the last to answer, always made me laugh. That might be the reason I'm up here now, although I did only get a 3 on my AP exam. Shout out to Colonel Casarino for teaching me physics, preparing me to be an engineer, helping me build a ukulele, and helping me learn how to program in Python. Now, this wouldn't be a good RMA speech if I didn't thank Mr. Barber and complain about his paper. Although this year, there's no need for the latter. Your 4-page paper was maybe harder to cram all 3 pages of my research sources into, but is a much appreciated relief from the massive looming 10-page assignment we had before. On a completely unrelated note, congratulations on the birth of your baby boy. He's a blessing to us all. For real though, congratulations on your baby, and thank you for actually making me enjoy history class. No offense, Mr. Harriman, Chaplain Waldorf, or Dr. Cousineau. I'm sure you all would have been better than be white. And for you, Chaplain, I'm sorry I skipped your class, since I've been in Sunday school since I was 6. Because 5 days of classes weren't enough for me. That's why this quarter has been amazing. Many of the teachers behind me have managed to make a 5-day school week feel like 8 days of work. I'm looking at you, Mr. Sloan. Sergeant Lang, thank you for being a mentor to our whole class. We came to you with our problems and troubles, and you helped us through everything. We were your first class and your little chicklings. You set us on the right path, and were there for us when we fell off of it. Thanks for taking care of us as we get ready to leave the nest. General Wesley, I'd first like to apologize for messing up the General's March somehow every time I had to play it for you. And thank you for your support of the Honor Council and the band through every time. Thank you, Dean Nizal, for being my mentor these past 4 years and supporting me while teaching me manners and study skills. You may now be Vice President Nizal, but at this point, your name has practically become Dean to me. Finally, thank you, Mr. Richards. You've been the one teacher I've had every single year of my RMA career, and one of my favorites. You inspired me to lead by example and to take care of my people. You telling us that we can pull our ties down and you have your tie pulled down taught me what it meant to lead by example. Throughout years of learning, I've become a much better musician and a better person thanks to you. I've also learned never forget the drum harnesses. Apple Blossom did not go well with General Wesley having to drive back to get them. I'm sorry that every year I was here except this one, we forgot something at Apple Blossom. And again, sorry to General Wesley for making you rush back to campus. This taught me something Colonel Quattroni often referred to as trust and verify. I have learned how to efficiently lead a team from our many trips and become especially good at what I lovingly refer to as bus Tetris. I'm not sure how repacking a bus with a impending tornado will translate to other life skills, but we sure did it fast. Along with this, I learned a lot of life lessons at RMA and grew closer to my other band members. That stormy night when we arrived at the hotel in Orlando, Jacob, Noel, and I set out to clean the bus and repack the instruments for an upcoming performance. We ran back through the rain as it was getting heavier and ran inside. Later that night, we learned that the storm became a tornado after it wiped out the power in the hotel. Instead of being bored or whining, we all gathered in the hallway of the elevator and played Werewolf for hours. I not only learned the game, but got to know my friends much better. We all laughed and told jokes all night. That's one of the most important things I've learned. It doesn't take Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, or any other social media to make friendships. Real connection comes through interactions, not distractions. It comes from difficulty and hardship that bring people together, but also the fun and laughter had in remembering those times and the fun of being with one another. Thank you to all the friends I've made here for always being there for me. Thanks for putting up with my bad puns and my strange faces. Shout out to Alan, Boom, Sophie, Izzy, Datway, Gabe, me voy a estrecharte la mano. No, Jill, Tele, James Reed, Professor, Shanna, Young Kai Bing, Sunny, Hedgehog Katsu. And to Grayson and the Falcons. And shout out to everyone else I've become friends with over the years. I'm sorry if I missed anyone, because I consider so many of you my friends. Oh, and I can't forget one of my best friends. Teho, Gamja, Papa, Patata, Tudo, Pomme de terre, Kartoffel, and for you English speakers, potato. Now, I can't stand up here without admitting that my number on my letter jacket, number 23, is probably the amount of goals I have conceded in soccer. And Tejo, you are the best manager we've ever had. I'd like to give a special thank you to our amazing corps commander, Victoria Bella. Vic, you've been one of my best friends all the way through the upper school. You've been there through the bad times and the good. You have driven me to be the best I can be in everything that I do. You're truly an amazing woman, and I know you will go on to do great things in San Diego. I love you with all my heart. Thank you, most of all, to my family, Mom, Dad, Grandpa, Nina. You've all been there for me through everything I've done. Thank you for coming out to support my soccer, my music, and everything else I do. I wouldn't be here without your support. Dad, you're the reason I came here, and I can't thank you enough for it. RMA has shaped me into a man of character and morals. Mom, thanks for making the drive out here to be there for every soccer game you could, and every important event, and always cheering me on, even if it was in the rain. Class of 2018, thank you for being my family. Thank you for joining all of us on our journey through RMA. Whether you've been here the whole time or walked through the doors of the gym for the first time this year, you have made this school and this experience one we will cherish for a lifetime. Now, people always say they never remember their graduation speaker, but since this isn't a graduation speech, I expect all of you to remember exactly what I said. Or at least smile and pretend you know what I'm talking about at our 30-year reunion. Saturday, we'll go on to graduate as a family, a community of individuals from very different backgrounds and beliefs, and a group of scholars. From every brand new trophy in the JROTC cabinets to the shining example we have made to those looking at us from the outside. We have showcased our potential, our work ethic, our drive, and our ability to rise to any occasion and meet challenges head on. Never forget the values you learned, the experiences you had, and the people you met here. Take them with you to college or whatever you decide to go, and use your skills to make yourself stronger, wiser, and more adept in whichever pursuits you take on. We are the class of 2018, and we have risen. Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. That was awesome. We've now reached that part of the ceremony where we recognize academic excellence in every discipline. This is the highest honor and recognition each department can assign. For our German medal, presenting will be Mr. Latham. Name sound familiar? And the recipient of the German medal is Ryan Latham. Medal presenting will be Commander Cochran. This year's Spanish Medal awardee is Michael Kearney. Commander Cochran to remain for the French medal. The French medal recipient is Kalila Karefa Carpo. Thank you, Commander Cochran. Next is the Drama Medal. Presenting will be Mrs. Kramer. This year's recipient is Jillian Bridle. presented by Mrs. Sanford. This year's recipient is Kathleen Fetzer. Next is the English medal. This will be presented by Mrs. Schoonover. This year's recipient is Ryan Latham. We'll ask Ms. Schoonover to remain. For the journalism medal, this year's recipient is Katie Babineau. Thanks, Ms. Schoonover. Next is the math medal, presented by Mr. Barr. This year's recipient is Hanyu Liu. Next is the science medal. This will be presented by Dr. Moranto. This year's recipient is Shuai Hu. Next is the social studies medal, presented by Mr. Barber. This year's recipient is Sarah Vaughn. Next is the Jesse K. Brennan Medal. Chaplain Orndorff will be presenting. This year's recipient is Urena Okoye. I'll ask Chaplain Orndorff to hang around for a minute. For the Boyd M. Guttery 45 Humanity Medal, Boyd M. Guttery establishes the Humanities Medal in recognition of the outstanding teachers during this time at Randolph-Macon Academy, particularly Don Register, who fostered his love of literature and all humanities. Mr. Guttery served with distinction for 28 years in the United States Army during the Korean War, attaining the rank of colonel. During his career, he received 4 battle stars, the Combat Infantry Badge, the Korean Medal, and the Commendation Ribbon Korean Unit Citation. He enjoyed a successful civilian career in telecommunications and finance, but his lifelong focus was on his church, family, and education. This year's recipient is Naomi Ekisbith. Is a multi-talented young lady who has contributed to RMA in many capacities. She has worked as a server in the dining hall, has served as a member of the International Club, and supported admissions as one of the Academy's own. Rookie even received the award for the highest number of community service hours in her junior year. Most recently, she has led and provided great service to her peers as senior class president. As a promising young entrepreneur, she started her own makeup business to explore the ins and outs of the corporate world. Please welcome Rookie as she addresses attendees of this evening's class night.
Thank you, Dean Hagedis. Ryan, your speech was amazing. I hope I do as good as you.
Got it.
From the day I was elected class president, I knew I had to write this speech. It was one of the many things I had looked forward to while acquiring this position. In fact, for the past 4 years, I had looked forward to standing before you all at this podium, giving this final speech. It took me about a month just to organize my thoughts and high school experiences and sum them up into 6 minutes. It's going to be more than that way. Before I begin, can every member of the class of 2018 please rise? Before you all sitting here, this is the class of 2018. They have endured many obstacles in their lives, from starting a journey at a new school, taking their SATs, and waiting nervously to hear back from their colleges. These are your future leaders of tomorrow. Congratulations to each and every one of you for overcoming everything and making it this far. Please sit. High school has been a life-changing experience for me, and coming to RMA was an experience that I'll never forget. I was only 14 years old and had never been to a boarding school, co-ed for that matter. I went to an all-girls Catholic school, by the way, so this was truly a different experience. I was quite the troublemaker, actually. I was very loud, playful, a drama queen, and so on. I always got into trouble with my COs because she thought I had an attitude, but in all reality, I was just loud. RMA helped change a lot of things about me for the better. As the class president, we were able to accomplish a lot as a class, getting into amazing colleges and having over $500,000 in scholarships. As president, I learned that you have to put your differences aside to achieve goals. I hope the next year can do more than we have. RMA gave me many opportunities to make myself a well-rounded individual, and I would like to thank each of these individuals for making me who I am. When I came to RMA, I was extremely nervous and shy. I did whatever I could to fit in. I was so unsure of myself and extremely anxious. Training was a big sister to me. She taught me how to accept myself and never let anyone use or walk over me. She motivated me and pushed me to be the best me I could ever be, and never to belittle myself. She could not be here today because she's in Vietnam, but I would like to thank her for helping make me a stronger person. I appreciate you so much, Frank. Thank you so much, Dean Azell, for everything you've done for me. You opened a lot of doors for me and helped me when I needed academic help. You encouraged me to study business, and with your help, I was selected to study business and political economy at Stern Business School at NYU, where I'll study internationally at NYU London and NYU Shanghai my sophomore year, and analyze and consult for businesses. Thank you so much for your help, sir. Thank you, Mrs. Bennett and Mrs. Young, for everything you did for the senior class and I. Mrs. Bennett, you were there when I needed guidance concerning my faith. You're a beacon of light and you radiate positive energy. Thank you for always cheering me on. Mrs. Young, thank you for your continued support. You helped me with everything college-related and encouraged me while I practiced my speeches. Thank you both for contributing to my success. And thank you, Dean Leisure, for always coming in clutch. I would like to thank my fellow class officers who assisted me this school year in coordinating class events. Thank you, Anastasia, Justin, and Alex, and Kimmy. Thank you, Mr. Barr, for being the best math teacher. I know you never understood what I was saying in class, but I promise I was actually solving all the problems and making sense. Justin and Huey, my two favorite best friends. You guys have been such a great addition in my life. You both are there for me when I need someone to talk to and always make me feel better when I'm miserable. I'll miss both of you roasting me every single meal and calling me fat, and the jokes you made and told in chemistry class. I'll miss both of you so much, and I wish you both ultimate success in your future endeavors. I love you guys. Ure, we're destined for greatness. The IVs aren't ready. Go show them who you are. Malaya, my little sis, I watched you grow into the confident young lady that you are. You're extremely intelligent and you have a bright future ahead of you. Don't let anyone dim your shine, and hopefully you too will be up here. Rana, RMA's future leader, I can't wait to see you take charge. Aileen, I'll miss your jokes and making me laugh at the table. Grayson, I can't wait to see the Army general you become. Ramel, I'll miss your hilarious jokes and your random outbursts. Tredarius, I'll miss how fast you speak and the fact that I barely ever understand what you're saying. And Alinda, for the past 4 years, we've been up and down between being friends and foes, competing in an invisible competition that other people place us in. I want to say thank you because that pushed me to work harder and to succeed. Thank you for being an extrinsic motivation to my success. I will never forget you. Mrs. Harriman and Sir Lang, thank you both for being moms to me. You guys have always been there for me. I love you guys so much, and I'll miss you. Dr. Klugman, I know that you thought I'd forget about you, but I promised you a thank you in this speech. Thank you for being an overqualified teacher. You fed me with so much knowledge, and you always encouraged me to write better. You never gave up on me, even at the end when I thought I couldn't do it anymore. And contrary to popular belief, your class was very easy if you paid attention. Thank you for also making me a better writer and your constant encouragement. On behalf of the senior class, I would like to thank you both, Mr. Barber and Mr. Sloan, for cutting down our papers. You guys have saved our grades last minute. Mr. Barber, you're an amazing teacher. Thank you for helping me with the senior class, properly feeding us with knowledge for the AP exams, and being someone I could look up to. Not literally, though. Thank you, Mr. Sloan, for bombarding us with work. You helped our writing become a lot better. Thank you, Chief Lesson, for being my aerospace instructor. I will miss you arguing with me about how many days we had left to graduation. By the way, I was always right. Thank you, Coach Hudson, for pushing me to my limit, literally. I remember when I first came to RMA, during the first week of class, you made me run a mile. I was able to run one lap before I passed out behind the dugout on the second one. I was expecting her to say, "Oh, sweetie, are you okay?" But she told me to get up and stop being dramatic. I would like to say that was the worst day of my life. Without you, Coach Hudson, I would never have been able to up my mile time from a 13 to a 9. Thank you for the push. I will miss you. Anastasia. It's been the biggest honor being your friend for the past 3 years. We fought and we barely got along, but you've been a fantastic friend to me. It's so funny because we think and say the same things at the same time. You would think we were twins. We act like sisters and we fight so much, but I couldn't imagine going through RMA with anyone else. I appreciate you a lot, and I wish you all the success life has to offer. You worked hard and you deserve it all. I'll miss you always being in my room and me kicking you out afterwards. I'll miss us spontaneously dancing and making beats randomly like this. And you really are a huge part of my life. I love you so much. Chris, we only became close this year, and if I must say, you're an amazing person. In my almost 8 months of properly getting to know you, I realized that you're truly an angel. I've never met someone who cares for others 10 times more than he cares for himself. People underestimate you constantly because they don't know the real you. They don't know how hardworking you are, how you help save your parents' business, and how you work tirelessly every break to support your parents. You are a true friend, Chris. You've always believed in me and stood by my side. You wiped tears from my face when things went wrong, and you've been a perfect shoulder to cry on. Thank you for being the astonishing person that you are. Don't ever let anyone take advantage of that, and never change. And last but not least, I would like to say the biggest thank you to my parents. I cannot express the gratitude I have towards my parents in this speech, but I will try my best. Mother, you are my rock. You're the strongest person I know. Everything you've done for my siblings and I is just a small measure of the things you've done in life. It was so hard watching you cry when you sent me here. although so many people told you not to. Before I left, you said to me, Ricky, so many people don't want me to send you to school abroad because they don't believe in you. Make your father and I proud so they can see they were wrong and that you're destined for greatness. And don't forget where you came from. Here I am, up on this podium as class president because you believed in me. Like you always say, a lion cannot give birth to a sheep. She's the lion, by the way. And I love you so much, and I hope I lead the way for the rest of my siblings. Daddy, where do I begin? You are so supportive of me, and although we have disagreements about what I want to do in the future, you never led me astray with your wise words and advice. We fought between me wanting to study economics, business, and political science, and luckily, I get to study all three in one major. They're the epitome of hard work leads to success, and you gave the best advice to live by. You said, don't ever be jealous of anyone's success, nor look down on anyone, because your time will come and it will be your turn. Dad, your wisdom is incomparable. I hope I grow up to be as wise and compassionate as you. You're the perfect father figure, and happy birthday, Nigerian time. I really wish both of you could be here with me today, but I know you guys are proud of me. I love you both. I could not ask for a better support system than the two of you. Thank you so much for being the best parents ever. In all, each and every one of you has made a major impact in my life. Class of 2018, you guys are special and have sparks in you. Each and every one of you taught me life lessons I will never forget. Before I close my speech, let me leave you with a few things I learned in high school. Don't expect life or anyone to hand you anything to you. Hard work reaps the benefits. Nobody owes you anything, especially not me. Just because you do things for other people doesn't mean they owe you that or more in return. And learn to trust yourself because not everyone will have your best interests at heart. I also want to give a quick shout out to the people that I was very close to but have drifted afar from. I love each and every one of you. You guys made high school what it was for me, and I appreciate every single one of you. Life is going to be hard and things aren't always easy, but always strive hard for what you want and believe in yourself, and there's nothing you won't accomplish. As you enter a new stage in your life, don't forget who you are and where you came from. In the wise words of Bernard M. Baruch, a famous stock investor, philanthropist, and statesman, be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Thank you, class of 2018, and congratulations, we did it.
Next, we have the Swanee Award for Excellence. Presenting this award will be Mrs. Lynn Hoonover from the English Department. The University of the South at Swanee awards the Swanee Award for Excellence. The winner chosen must be a junior who has demonstrated willingness to assume responsibility in leadership roles within the school and the community. This year, the University of the South is proud to present a copy of the critically acclaimed best-selling novel, The Family Fang, by Kevin Wilson. Wilson is an assistant professor of English and a coordinator of the Certificate in Creative Writing at the University of the South. This year's recipient of the Swanee Award for Excellence in Writing is Noelle Kramer. Next is the Stephen C. Harriman 82 Outstanding Character Scholarship Award. Would Andy and John Harriman please come forward? This annual award is given in memory of a man who was passionate about his alma mater and found great joy in teaching history, mentoring students, and coaching athletes at Randolph-Macon Academy from 2007 to 2014. The award is presented to a junior who best models the principles Mr. Harriman lived by, to include being an example of high moral character, providing a welcoming atmosphere for everyone, but particularly to new students, someone who is open to friendship for all, and is an example of servant leadership, takes time to laugh and be joyful in daily life. This year's recipient is Bradley Gow. Now it's time for some special music.
Before we begin, I just wanted to say that in the weeks leading up to this evening, the chorus and I were trying to think of something, some music that would truly embody what Randolph-Macon Academy is and who we are. I hope this arrangement that I put together does that, and I hope you enjoy. And if you know the words, feel free to sing along, okay?
When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag. Give me freedom.
gonna make this place your home.
The most genteel female awardee is Jillian Bible. The most genteel male award is awarded to the male cadet in the senior class who, in the opinion of the faculty, best exemplifies genteel qualities. The most genteel male award goes to Shuai Gu. Who, in the opinion of the faculty, merits special recognition for demonstrating leadership and service. The recipient of this award is Victoria Vella. The next award is the Lincoln Award. This award goes to a senior young man who, in the opinion of the faculty, merits special recognition for demonstrating leadership and service. The recipient of the Lincoln Award is Grayson Kelly. Next is the George M. Wines Most Unselfish Service Award, awarded to that student or students in the senior class who, in the opinion of the faculty, has rendered the most unselfish service during the school year for his or her class and the school. This service is done with no thought of personal reward in mind. The recipient of the George M. Wines Most Unselfish Service Award is Anastasia Chiname. we end with the best all-around cadet. It is awarded to the cadet in the senior class who, in the opinion of the faculty, possesses, among others, the following high qualities of character: honor, courage, scholarship, leadership, and service. The best all-around cadet is Ryan Latham. Congratulations to all of the awardees this evening. With closing remarks, here's General Wesley.
When we gave out the athletic awards this afternoon, I said to the crowd gathered there that I have to pace myself. That's because after having been through this wonderful sequence, this wonderful week for our seniors 3 times before, I know this is how it gets. We tell them, we warn them, we encourage them, because it's going to be like this tonight, and again tomorrow, and then on Saturday. So much talent, so much passion, so much skill and strength, and best of all, at least in my opinion, so much resilience in the face of challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very proud of you. To the mothers and dads and families here, we're very grateful you came and shared it with us. God bless you all, and good evening.
As we prepare to go forth from this place, it is my charge to send us out with a benediction. And I don't know if Mr. D'Amato knows this or remembers that 4 years ago, my first chapel service here to begin your freshman years, class of 2018, we sang this song. I'm going to make this place your home. I know that Mr. D'Amato is going to use this tonight, so the benediction I prepared, I'm going to slide off, and I'm going to invite you seniors that hopefully over the past either 4 years or 7 years or 1 year, that this place here at Randolph-Macon has become your home. And I know in your last few moments that you have here, your share-ship, but know that part of what a home is to be able to send you out, to be able to go and not have home be about a place, be about the people that continue to love and support you. So know that you always have a home here at Randolph-Macon Academy. So seniors, will you read with me our benediction, starting with settle down. Settle down. It'll all be clear. Don't pay no mind to the demons. They fill you with fear. The trouble that might drag you down. If you get lost, you will always be found. Just know you're not alone, because I'm going to make this place your home.